What is going on, everyone? Anthony here, and welcome back to another video here on Let's Talk Resident Evil. With not so good news this time around. It's looking pretty grim for the Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition that was exclusive to GameStop. Now, this came out earlier this afternoon, right around, I want to say, maybe 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, and GameStop put out a memo for anybody that pre-ordered it in store, in person, that your collector's edition will not be fulfilled and it will not be arriving. Not just arriving on time, it will be canceled, period. And this is not looking good between GameStop having these collector's editions that's exclusive with Capcom and Resident Evil. This is something that has happened before with Resident Evil 7. When that collector's edition came out, there was a big debacle. I was in the middle of one. I finally got my collector's edition, so that at least did arrive. But GameStop always limited the number of pre-orders for the collector's edition in stores in terms of limiting it to 1 or 2 people, which is why I stopped doing that years ago. Now, it does say that the online pre-orders, they didn't mention anything about that. Apparently, they're still being shipped and are still coming to those customers like myself that, I thought I was able to secure mine, safely without any problems. But this raises the question at what the hell happened here? What happened with the supply? Why can't someone physically go into your store that, is somehow still kicking, GameStop, and you screw over the customer? Because all they said after that, they were like, oh, well, you can, take the customer and you can take that money and you can go and pre-order something else. You can take that money and pre-order another game at GameStop, or you can do another collector's edition. But my thing here is, would you even trust them? I mean, I barely trust them as it is. Every single time I pre-order a Resident Evil collector's edition, ever since Resident Evil 7, that was the last one I got in person and got screwed over with because Xbox copies were in PlayStation copies were in Xbox copies. It was a whole fucking mess. But ever since then, I saw the collector's editions. They would go on sale online, and I would pre-order them. You'd put your pre-order in. They don't take the money out until they ship it, that kind of thing. So that's where I've been since Resident Evil 2 Remake. I stopped going in store. But every single time that even my friends, even John and Dustin, like when we used to put in our pre-orders, we would always be worried of what would happen to our pre-orders. Is it actually going to get here on time? If we use PayPal, is it going to get here? If we use a debit card or credit card, is it going to get here? We didn't know what was going to happen because even other people suffered losses in their collector's edition. I know it did happen to John as well with his RE3, so he had to get the Japanese edition. So with GameStop and these collector's edition, it makes me wonder why Capcom is still doing business with GameStop with these collector's editions, because it really raises the question as to why they're just all of a sudden saying, yeah, it's just going to be canceled if you pre-ordered it in store, where I think that would be people's first, instinct is, let me go to the store, let me pre-order it. But ever since the RE7 thing on my end, I was like, let me just take the risk, and I don't even know if I'm going to get the collector's edition half the time. Now, for RE2 and 3 and Village, I was able to secure a collector's edition through online, no problems, it wasn't canceled. My fingers crossed for this edition right here, but we don't know anymore because GameStop can easily just cancel our shit, a week before and cancel the orders. So I'm not sure what's going on. I don't even know if my thing is secure and mine is online only. But I just want to let it be known that if you didn't get the memo from GameStop or an email, you know now that the collector's edition is canceled in person and it will not be fulfilled. This is some really shitty news from GameStop, and how they treat their customers is beyond me. And the fact that they're still around really just begs the question as to, what the hell are they doing to stay afloat at this point? Let me know what you think down below in the comments on this collector's edition. Did you get one in person? Did you pre-order it online? Did you just miss out on the pre-orders altogether? They didn't do a restock of the collector's edition like they did with Village. Village, they did restock it for a little bit, but with this, they didn't even do that. So I don't know if this is even more limited, very much like the RE7 collector's edition, which goes for a lot of money now because of the whole limited quantity type thing. So I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully fans that, really wanted to get in on this collector's edition were there day one to pre-order it. Hopefully online it could still be fulfilled, but it's not looking good. So let me know what you think down in the comments. And until next time, let's keep it positive as the road to Resident Evil 4 Remake continues.